Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A, it's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Cliff. And it's under the command of coolppc. Now, what can I tell you about the 212? Well, actually it was designed on the chassis of the KV220, but it never went into production because although they designed it fully and we're ready to build it, the demand for tanks was so high that they couldn't actually spare any time to actually put these together, and so it never got built. They were just building too many tanks to attack the Germans and drive them back into Germany. Well, it can be armed with either the BR2, the 152mm howitzer, or the B4, which is the 203mm, and it can carry vents, so that means it can be very useful to boost performance of the crew. And look at this, there's a 40-ton and a TDP T50. We managed to make it into the pass, but we fired one round in and we managed to get a good hit there on the IS-7. Now, seeing as we're actually on the east side of the cap, we're going to have to hide amongst the bushes because the enemy that managed to make it up onto that that higher plateau on the western side of the map could actually peek over the edge and see where we are. We don't want to be detected, but ideally we want to fire some rounds in, try and damage that Progetto and the T10 and the TVP, and that was a good strike. In fact, actually damaged the TVP and the Progetto with the splash. Now, I believe that he's actually carrying the 203, yes. You can see penetration of 52mm, damage of 1050 alpha. And he's got a 32.2 second reload. It's quite long. He's loaded. Round out on the Wizzy 1114, gets a hit. 302. And he's picked up some stun assist as well. Now, it's really dangerous, this corner here, because if the enemy can gain control of this area, they can not only hit the our tanks that are actually moving up to the lighthouse hill, but they can actually try and fire into the north end of the map on the western side, either to aim their shots at people in the cap area or to find out where the enemy Arty is. So we fire around the CPP and it goes long and we miss. And unfortunately this time round that Progetto was not there. In fact, the Progetto's moved around the corner. Okay, we're now aiming at the AT-15 in the western pass. He's hiding behind the rock, thinking he's nice and safe there, but of course he's not. We're about to lay an HE round on him that will make him change his mind. Round out. Oh, now that's RNG for you, I'm afraid. Random number generation said, no, the shell is not going to go where it's aimed. It actually hit the rock face some distance away. Of course, RNG takes into account a number of factors, including weather, because obviously wind, as the shell flies through the air, it can be moved by the wind, and of course that has to be factored into the game for a certain amount of realism. And of course that works on the random number generator. And we've just sort of like realigned our vehicle. We've got a reticule balloon there. He's just dialing in again. Wizzy 1114 gets a direct hit, wipes him out. 274 hit points. So that was a really good shot, and it's taken out quite a dangerous enemy. I'm trying to get shots on that IS-7 now. He's still got a huge number of hit points. Okay, he's indicated his target, marking his target for his teammates to let them know he's attacking that one. It's very important that. It looks like somebody else has marked the ground. Oh, we just hit the wreck! Oh my god, there's a wreck there, and we hit the wreck, not the IS-7. Oh dear, bad RNG again, I'm afraid. He was aiming for the IS-7 directly, but the shell fell short and went into that wreck. And the IS-7's using the wreck as a shield. He's pushing it forward. And it certainly works as a shield from our shell. Well, we're almost loaded. Round out again. And this time it hits the target, I think. Well, he apparently appeared to track the IS-7 this time round. And the IS-7 was taken out. So he picked up 58 hit points of damage resistance. But we're now aiming for the T-54 lightweight, which is right up on top of the hill, which obviously has been spotting for the enemy team. We're now, well, we were down by 2 tanks, we're now only down by 1. Lining up a shot on the T-54, rounds out straight away, and it lands nearby for 308 splash. But it's still useful because the T-54 lightweight is now 1 shot. So if we can get another splash shot up there, we will kill it. And of course the T-54's had to go into hiding now, but that means he won't be spotting. He can't come out and spot, and if he does come out and spot, we can fire at him and take him out the game. Right, that 40 ton is using those rocks in the centre for cover. Can we get a shot on him? Well, we can certainly splash him, I think. But there's another target further to the south, it's the UDES. We're dialing in on him instead. Rounds out. And it lands short, but it still does 389 splash to him. Right, we've got a Gorilla 15, and he's off to the east, alongside an Object 704, which is just a little further up. And this is going to be a difficult shot for us, because we're firing over a ridgeline above us, or a cliff above us, I should say. And I don't think that coolppc is going to fire at those for the moment. I think he's occupied with the Loretto and the UDES. Going for the Loretto. 307 hit points to splash. Relocating and reloading. Now he's even closer to the cliff. It's going to be more difficult to fire at the Gorilla and the 704 if he decides to shoot at them. Well, he has decided to shoot at them. He can just make it over the cliff. He's got a green line. That would indicate that he can fire without hitting the cliff next to him. Going for the Gorilla. Round out. Direct hit. 513 hit points. That was a good one. Now he's got a bit closer there. Pulling back slightly at a different angle. That's good. So he's changed his position. The Gorilla 15's gone down. Now so far he's done 3K's worth of damage to the enemy. And also 1,000 hit points of stun assist. 487 of that was off the Gorilla. Okay, now the 704 is in sight, so he's switching to aim, and of course he's going to have to pull back because he is way too close to the cliff. But there is a T-34 and he's just spotted that as he was pulling back, and he's going to have to fire at that instead. It's over a building, which is going to make it a difficult shot because there's a tower there. I think you can just see it. He's got a red line at the moment, so the tower's in the way. Now he can shoot. Rounds out. It hits the building instead. He does do some damage, but it's only 39 hit points. Oh, the Object 704 is just drowned. He must have fallen off the cliff. Now that's happened to me more than once actually on cliff. I've accidentally fallen off the cliff and gone into the sea. I was just too close to the edge, and it is quite a normal occurrence on this map apparently. People have fallen off the edge and drowned unintentionally. So the enemy has lost 1 tank through negligence. And we just got a hit there on the AT-15. 250 hit points, and he's disappeared from sight. Actually, he was killed by our SDRV S1. That's a long way off for the SDRV S1 to shoot, because he's up on the cliff next door to us. Amazing distance on that shot. Okay, we're looking for that T-34. There's UDES. We fired that earlier. He's moved up. He's trying to get into the western cross. And he's just been wiped out by our Waffenträger. Our waffle tractor got him. And there's the T-34. We're loaded. We're just dialing in the aim. Round out. And it splashes him again. This time from 97, it falls short. The T-34's gone defensive from the Jaegeru. He's trying to get around the other side of the building, but that's going to make him an easier target for us. Now, we're halfway through our reload cycle. 10 seconds to go. We're marking the target. We're telling the Jaegeru, yes, we're going to fire at him. The Jaegeru is requesting fire on the T-34. Lining up the shot. Rounds out. Direct hit this time. 419 hit points. And he's been stunned. And there's the enemy's Waffle Tractor, and he's been spotted. He's on the cliff edge. He may have been trying to take out the Jaegeru. His gun was pointing in that direction, but now he's suddenly realised there's a Waffle Tractor behind him. And we could interfere with that, but I think we're going to help the T-34, or are we going to go for the Waffle Tractor? I think we're going to go for the Waffle Tractor. It's a fight of the waffles. Oh, he drove past that rock. Round out. Oh, big hit. 455, and now he's a one shot. Yep, and he's gone. And that means the only remaining enemy is their Arty. The T-34 was taken out by the Jaegeru. So all they've got left is their Arty, and he is an M40, M43, and he must be in grid square K1 or K2 at the back of the map, because it's fairly open ground in between, and the only other place you could hide would be in K4, and that's a bit open. So I think everybody's headed towards the enemy cap to try and locate him, and we're pre-aiming. Yes, he did move. He's moved. He was going towards K4. It is a bit open, I'm afraid. This map doesn't have enough bushes on the south side of this map. Oh, we got him on the move! What a shot! That was amazing. He aimed ahead of the target, fired the round in. Even though the M40, M43 was on the move, he still took him out. And here's the end of battle report. He actually got an ace tanker out of that one in the coolppc in the 212A. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 22 in that battle. And he picked up a Gore's medal for getting more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle, a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else, and the High Calibre for dealing the most damage in the battle overall. So let's have a look at team score. Well, highest damage, 4,986 hit points overall. The next highest score was the Striv S1, and that was the one who was camping near us. Managed to get 3,384, and he got some useful kills in that. And the Waffenträger managed to get 3,035. Highest the enemy could get was their Gorilla 15, which we got a hit into before he was killed for 2,998 hit points he managed. And then their TVP with 2,628. If we look at kills, it's the Waffle Tractor who managed to do the most. He did 4. Then we've got 3 by the Lorraine 40T on the enemy team. And then there's a whole bunch of tanks, including coolppc, who managed 2 kills apiece. When it comes to base XP, though, it was coolppc in the 212A. He managed to do best with 1,208 base XP. Then came the STRV S1 with 902. And then the Waffle Tractor, he managed to get 825. So let's have a look at detail. He fired 18 rounds during that battle. He got 7 direct hits, 1 penetration, and 13 splash. Damage of 4,986 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 13 of the enemy. 13! Only 2 tanks that he didn't hit during that battle. 13 of them he got, and he destroyed 2 of them. He did 58 hit points of damage assistance and 2,359 hit points of stun assistance, and that's where he managed to get the ace tanker, because he picked up so much XP from stunning the enemy and allowing his teammates to take them out, and he caused that damage by 17 stuns in total. He received 45,611 credits on a standard account. That's a huge total. And after deduction for the ammunition, and remember these are the 203mm rounds, they are expensive, he only took away 11,231 credits. He received 1,208 base XP, times 2 for the first victory, and he had 100% on a personal missions payout, which meant that he took away 3,624 experience points altogether. So a particularly good round there by coolppc. Congratulations. I do like that last shot on the M40, M43 as he was on the move. I mean, he disappeared from sight, but then he reappeared the moment your shell landed and took him out of the game. Nice way to end it, but a bit disappointing maybe for the Waffle Tractor and everybody else who was racing there to get the last kill, and only to be disappointed because the Arty got there before they did. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.